Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Johnny Davis Live. We're here on this June 5th, 2026. We're going to be chatting today with a couple of up and coming fighters who are going to be doing their thing on June the 13th in Cary, North Carolina, in the Don Roger promotion over there with the Carolina Fight Nights. I think he's working with. I lost his name for a second, but they're gonna have a great show over there. Our main event fighters we're gonna be chatting with today, Mr. John Honora and Anthony Rosario. Both of these guys have exciting records, and both of them are looking to climb to that next level. And we're trying to give them just that in the IKF. Really quick, though, we want to talk about the IKF World Classic that's coming up here July the 10th through the 12th. Registration is going well. Over 100, and I think like 70 some fighters right now are lining up to vie for those beautiful championship belts. That's going to be in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're doing some heavy promotions for that, guys. It's going to be a great event on that Saturday and that Sunday. It's going to be like all day fights and stuff. Muay Thai, international rules, full rules Muay Thai, freestyle kickboxing. We're going to have it all. We also have a semi-contact event going on, the PMT Point Muay Thai tournament that will be going on in the other ballroom on that same weekend. You can see more of that at pmt.org. Biggie weekend coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll talk a little bit more about that later and some of the great things that we have going on there. But I think you guys are gonna, those who decide to come out, gonna have a great time. I think we're matching up some great fights right now. We do have a deadline that is absolutely approaching, and you want to go ahead and get registered. One of the deadlines would be this Saturday, and that is for the registration for the fee as well as the registration for the moving in division. So I just said that because someone opened my door and made me caught me off guard. Let me say that again. So on this Saturday, June 6th, okay, we will be cutting off the opportunities to open up a new division, as well as there will be an increase in the fee. So I would say go ahead and register today, right? And then you got tomorrow. But then after that, guys, we're going to start condensing those brackets and everything and getting it ready for a great event that's coming up. Still got some time to register. We're not closing all the brackets. You still will have some time to register. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we're going to bring up this young man who's getting ready to do his thing on June 13th. Give it up for the one and the only Anthony Rosario. How the heck are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
You're supposed to punch somebody in the face when I do that, man. You just don't sit there all calm. You got to get excited. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about where did you come from? Because I don't know if I've seen you at the tournaments. I don't know if I've seen you around in this area. We have the PKBs and stuff like that. There's so many people
Yeah.
there. Sometimes I miss out. Tell me a little bit about you.
Yeah. So, born and raised in Queens, New York. I moved to North Carolina when I was around 16 years
Ah,
old. 16 years old, started training, I want to say maybe around 19, 20 years old. I am 24, no, sorry, 23, turning 24 soon. But
hold
yeah,
on
I've
one
been
second. Hold on one second here now. So got to back up just a moment. So you
okay.
moved from New
Yeah.
York,
Yeah.
right, over to this area. Well, that is a huge culture change.
It is. It
Tell me a
is. It
little about
definitely
what
is.
was going on with you, Anthony, around that time. Did somebody
Around the
say, man, hey, did somebody do a Prince? Like, was this a Fresh Prince of?
Man, it was a lot going on in New York, and my family just wanted something better for us, so we just made that decision and we moved here to North Carolina. And honestly, it was probably the best decision we could have made. So,
Why do you say it was best for you, though?
well, personally, if I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for the move. I truly believe I probably wouldn't even have found the gym that I'm in right now, which I'm very
Mm.
grateful for. That's the biggest thing. But even if I did stay in New York, I would have eventually started training
You think the
regardless.
fighting thing was calling you?
It's from the beginning, Johnny. It was from the
But hey,
beginning.
you got to break that down. Listen, this is Johnny Davis Live, real talk with real solutions. What kind of kid were you? Why was fighting? Why was punching somebody in the face calling you?
Honestly, I grew up. I'm not gonna say I grew up rough. I didn't grow up rough. I grew up,
Yeah, hold on one second. You got a little muddle sort of happening right there. Say that again.
Is that better?
Yeah, you kind of went into some kind. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or what. I don't know if everybody else is hearing that. But say that again. What you said.
Yeah, I hear your mic a little scrappy as well.
That's fine. Go ahead. We can hear you
Okay,
now.
that's better. That's better. So
A little
yeah, so
delayed.
I'm not gonna give the story that every fighter likes to give and say that they grew up rough. I didn't grow up rough. I grew up with two loving parents and a what good family. But I've always
No, you were
felt in
hard headed. Hey, let's go with the other part. You were probably hard headed. You weren't listening
yeah,
to those good
yeah,
parents.
yeah. I was hard headed. I was hard headed, and I just always enjoyed. I wouldn't say altercations, but I just fell into fighting at a very, I would say young age. And I grew up with my little brother as well. His name is Freddie Mejia. We actually both just competed in Myrtle Beach
Oh,
for the Spring Classics. He knocked out his opponent round one.
okay.
So I hope you guys are watching out for him. He's 18 years old. But yeah, we both grew up together. We both grew up the same kind of way, and he started training before I did, and he's the one that kind of pulled me into it. So that's why I
Mm.
say no matter which route I went to, I would have eventually found my way into this sport.
Right. What is it about punching people in the face that you enjoy?
People ask me that all the time, and I honestly don't have a solid answer for it. But it's just a feeling that you can't compare to.
Right.
It's just it's not even just about punching people in the face. Don't get me wrong, I love punching people in the face. But there's a lot more that goes into it that I enjoy. I
I
love
want
the
to talk.
pressure.
I want you to dive into that a little bit. Tell
Yeah,
me what is it about this sport that the discipline of it, the hard work, because it's not easy. Fighting is very
no,
difficult.
yeah.
Dive into that a little bit for me.
So the biggest thing that I truly do enjoy about this sport is that no matter how hard you train, no matter how little you train, you're gonna feel the same pressure that you do every single time on fight night. You could have 20 fights, 100 fights. It could be your first fight, and you're gonna feel the same emotions. Out of all of my fights, I have felt the same way about every single one of them. I went in there with confidence and I went in there with faith. Whether the outcome was the same or not, that's just a feeling that you can't run away from, and
What
that's honestly what I got
what
addicted
about
to.
the fear part?
The fear part,
You
I
said
mean,
faith and confidence, but what about the? Let's talk about the fear part. You said faith and confidence, but what about the fear part? Oh, give him a second there. He'll be back on in just a moment. Sometimes, depending on where they are, their Wi Fi can go in and out and stuff like that. And they know to just log back in and we'll go from there and probably have him right back up here in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the fight between John Honora and Anthony Rosario. We're chatting with Anthony right now. We hope for him to come back on. They're going to be fighting for the IKF North Carolina Interstate Light and Middleweight Full Rule Muay Thai title and all. And both of these guys are very talented and all have nice records. And I think that it's going to be something of a great showcase for the fight. Mr. Don Roger is putting that event on there in Cary, North Carolina. Tickets are on sale. I think it's trykickpro.com where you'll be able to find that information. Don Roger always puts on a great show. He is also CEO of the Triangle Kickboxing Promotions that he does mostly in Raleigh, Durham. He's also bringing an event to South Carolina in November and all that, doing an outstanding job and working and bringing on a lot of the new promoters and everything. We got Crystal Wall there saying, woohoo! I guess she knows somebody on the show here today. And hopefully Anthony is able to get back on. And all he has to do is just go and just click back and go from there. While we are waiting on him to come on, and I'll bring him up as soon as I see him, we are looking for a couple of matches, also some certified matches. Mr. Eli Flores there. He's a kid. He's only 13 years old. He's like 29 fights or so. Really good fighter there. We're looking for a challenger for him, kind of winding down with that. He's all about 95 pounds. Really talented fighter out of New Jersey, and we're looking forward to trying to find him a matchup. I guess there are no other juniors across the country that have found themselves available for that type of fight. We do real fights here in the IKF. We make real challenges, and we make sure that it's never easy in the IKF, and very, very important that we match up these fights and match them up good. So if you think you have the right fighter with a good record who's ready to step up and go for that fight, we welcome you to give us a call. All the information will be on the website, ikffightplatform.com or akpromotions.org. You can also find my information there. Oh, I don't know what happened to Anthony there. He got out there. I guess, like I said, sitting in the car sometimes is not always the best idea when you're trying to do these type of calls. If he comes back on, we'll try to bring him on. But we're going to go ahead and have a little conversation with John Onora there and see what's going on with him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up the one and the only John Onora. How you doing, sir? How are you? I think you're on mute. You're on mute there.
I can't complain. God is good.
Good. And as I brought you up, I saw Anthony came back on and everything. But that's okay. Anthony, hold tight there for a moment. I'll bring you up and we'll finish that conversation. And we're going to chat a little bit with John. I don't want to kind of take him up and down like that. I don't think that's completely fair. But I will have you back on in just a moment, so don't get lost there, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, John Onora is the contender here. There's going to be the challenger or contender, however you want to put it. We don't have a champion there yet. He's going to be fighting Mr. Anthony Rosario. He's ready. He's ready to do his thing. I think I just saw this young man fight over in Tennessee on a card. On that particular fight, you got a head kick knockout, bro. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that was right.
Now, I wanted to make sure I got that right, that I had the right fighter and everything. Tell me a little bit about your feelings in that particular fight and what that fight meant to you.
Okay, so yeah, that was my 9th fight and my first time without shin guards. No shin guards, no headgear. And yeah, I remember there was a lot going on that day in the back. Even the rules meeting. But yeah, a bit nervous.
What about the rules, John? What about the rules meeting?
There were shenanigans going on that day. I don't know if the people know, but oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just got a delay going on.
Shenanigans going on. Oh, okay. But yeah, I was a bit nervous going in, but it's part of the game. Still was able to execute regardless, and yeah, round 2 knockout. Hey, I guess the nerves work.
Right. Well, I got John. I have a delay going on with the Wi-Fi. That's why you're talking and I'm talking.
Okay.
So on the Wi-Fi, what I need you to do is go out and then come back in. Right, and I'll see if that Wi-Fi kicks up. Okay. Right, it's not normal Wi-Fi if you're just sitting somewhere because you got to have that high-speed connection too. That's important, right? And also you got a little delay, so click out and come back on. I'm going to bring Anthony up. We're going to try to start over. All right, see can we get this going because right now you have a delay going on your Wi-Fi. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that, guys. We got on the Wi-Fi thing. I send instructions out to try to make sure everybody kind of follows those on that. So we're going to go backwards now again. Hey, it happened. How you doing, Anthony? We got you back up, man. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry about that. I was my phone got hot, so it just kind of I guess shut itself down or something. Yeah, but I'm in my back in the office now, so it should be cool enough in here.
Yeah. That's what I said. There's a lot of things that can go on. Like I said, if you're not in a steady place, for these shows. And listen, I'm trying to teach everybody how to do this thing. I'm not perfect at it. I'm not perfect at it myself and all, but I try to, kind of have it smooth. So I want to start over with you, John, so we'll have a fresh interview here and I'll be able to cut it and you can have it and go from there. And also, let's start over. Let's go back to explaining to people where you come from and, and how did you get over here in North Carolina?
So where we left off on speaking about the fear factor of fighting.
Yes.
You want me
Okay.
to continue off of that?
Yeah, we'll just go from there. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So what I was saying is what I tell people all the time is that if you're not nervous before your fight, or if you don't feel not 1 ounce of fear or nerves or going crazy or anything like that, then honestly, you're in the wrong sport and you're doing the wrong thing.
Mm.
Because as fighters, we all know stepping into that ring or that cage or the mat, whatever it is that you do, there's always that chance of things obviously not going your way, but there's always that chance that you never know how you're going to come out of
Do
that
you
ring.
think you learn more from winning than you do losing, or vice versa?
No. I learn a lot more from losing. I learn a lot more from losing.
Right.
Now, I am the type of person, even when I win, and especially my coach, Chris Clodfelter, even if I win in spectacular fashion, it doesn't matter. There's always at least one small thing that he picks at, and he tells me, "You did great this fight, but we're coming back to the gym on Monday, and we're working on this, this, and this."
Are you trying to say Chris is never satisfied? I can't believe that. I can't
Chris,
believe
no,
that's
no,
true.
Chris is happy when you win, of course. Chris gets satisfied. He's satisfied, but he has high expectations for his fighters, as he should. He
Very,
has high
very much.
expectations for his fighters. And even if you win, I always believe there's always at least one thing that you can work on. Even if you quote unquote fought the perfect fight, there's
Did
always
you
something.
did you happen to do any PKBs? Because Chris has been doing the PKBs for 150 years and everything. Yeah, I mean, really has. I mean, he really has. Have
Yeah,
you? Did you? Because I think he used to have a rule in his club,
he
and I
still
don't talk to him
does.
as much, that
Yep.
you have to do PKBs before you get in the ring.
He still does. Yeah, so I did do one PKB tournament. After that PKB tournament, I was honestly just ready to get in there.
Ah,
You know, I was just ready to get in there, ready to get in the real live full contact action. And I mean, in that PKB, I proved that I'm ready for a lot more.
ah,
You know, and I'm gonna
ah.
continue proving that I'm ready for a lot more as well.
Well, like I said, we were starting to talk about the hard work and the discipline and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Give me a life, a day in the life of Anthony. Anthony,
A day,
what does a normal day look like, and
yeah.
how do you stay disciplined? I'm sure, I don't know. Are you married? You have kids? You have a family?
No, 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 no. I do
Well,
have a
tell me what.
girlfriend. I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a girlfriend.
that might be a
Yeah.
good thing right this minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I think having a girlfriend is what keeps me level-headed 100% of the time.
It,
But a
No, no,
regular
no.
day in
Hold
the
on, hold
life.
on, hold on. You just can't
Okay.
jump past that. This is Johnny Davis Live. I want you to educate some of the young men out there about when it talks about discipline
Yeah.
of having a girlfriend,
Yeah.
right? Listen, I was a fighter too, right?
Right,
Having a
right, right.
girlfriend, sometimes she might want to do things you can't do, right?
Right.
All that, right? Tell me about that and how you navigate around that to stay in shape
Yeah.
and to not do things you're not supposed to at the wrong
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a big one right there, Johnny, as you may know. But honestly, the most important thing that I can tell everybody is having a girlfriend is one thing, but having somebody that understands what you do and having somebody that supports you through the wins and the losses is the most important thing. Because you can have a girlfriend, she can quote unquote be supportive, but if she's not realistically supportive in the times where you really need her to understand that, hey, I can't make it to this dinner. I can't make it to this birthday party. I have a fight in 2, 3 weeks. I'm sorry. I can't have that slice of cake with your family as much as I want to. I can't. And if she's completely understanding of that, then you're in the right place with the right person.
Can
But if
I
she's
take
not, and she
can I take just a weird guess that
yeah.
Crystal Wall is the girlfriend?
Crystal Wall, yeah.
I-
Yeah.
that's just a weird guess because she was like, let me tell you something, Mr. Johnny Davis. I come over there. He is the most disciplined guy I know. We
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
Krista on the show.
We might as well. She can probably talk about me more than I can.
Right, right, right. You know what? But that is a good thing that she
Yeah.
understands. And I will tell you, like when I was coming up, and I've always kind of been a one guy, ladies man, not a ladies
Yeah.
man, but just had one woman,
Yeah. Yeah.
that I stuck with. And I wasn't a dog, maybe a little dog,
Right.
but not a big dog,
Right.
And,
Right. Right. Just a
and,
puppy.
and
Just a
she and
puppy.
she gave me stability.
That yeah. That's what we need. That's
Right,
exactly what we need as fighters, you know. And I'm one for structure. You know, if I tell you my day by day, I do the same exact things every day, man. There's nothing different. Nothing different. So like I have a 9 to 5 job, Monday through Friday. I'm in the office.
right,
Um really 8 to 5 to be exact. You
yeah.
know, I take my lunch, whatever. And as soon as I get off work at 5 o'clock, I go straight home. I get ready, I put my training gear on, and from there I go straight to the gym and I start training at 6:30 all the way until 9:30.
Wow,
I
that's
get
a long
yeah,
day. What in the world are you
it,
doing in the gym for 3.5 hours? My God, that's a
getting
long
better,
day.
getting better. Yeah, just the small things, working on all the small things, man. So,
I always say this to young fighters. Okay, I mean,
hmm,
I was a fighter, as you might know. I mean, and I don't know if you looked
yeah,
me up or
yeah,
what,
yeah.
but I was a fighter. I had a couple of world titles. No big deal. All right,
No, no, just
but
just a couple.
Just a couple. But my point in saying what I'm getting ready to say is that, I know that sometimes people put a lot of extra time in the gym and they think, oh, that's going to have me ready. That's going to happen. Jean-Yves Theriault, great world champion. You look him up. Jean-Yves Theriault, Jean,
Okay.
taught me that I used to do that same thing. I would put hours and hours and hours in the gym. He said, no, 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 no. When you go there, it is work. So he would put me in a window of like 2 hours, right?
Right.
And in that 2 hours, there's no talking. I mean, literally, I'll be in there working, pop, pop, pop. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't think I had a written out routine, right? That I did jumping rope or beating the back, and I didn't talk to anybody. And I'm telling you, I killed myself in that 2 hours. It was like dead time. I mean, so I just try to tell this is for all the people who might be watching, right? Young people that it doesn't necessarily take 3 or 5, 6, 10 hours, all right, to get in shape. That fear will make you do that, though. It will make you do it. So it is a little bit different. Tell me, what do you think about your opponent? Have you seen him fight? And what do you think? What do you think about him?
I have seen a lot of John. I have seen a
A
lot of
lot of
John.
John.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of him, man. And honestly, I have the utmost respect for John. He is a talented, very talented fighter. I know he's gonna come in and he's not somebody that I'm taking lightly. I have never taken an opponent lightly, no matter what the record was, no matter what background they have, no matter how much bigger I am than them. I have never ever taken any opponent lightly. And one thing about John, I'm not taking him lightly. I know he's coming in and I know he's coming in with pressure. He's coming in with a lot of talent that he does have. But one thing that I can't say about myself is that I'm ready for it. I have trained for it and that I'm really, really excited to show what I've been working on.
Do you prefer the full rules over just regular
Oh,
modified or unified rules, and why?
I love the full rules, man. I love the full rules because I love getting down with everything. If we're in the clinch, I don't want to hear the ref telling me break it within 1 second, two
Right.
seconds, 3 seconds. No, I want to take my time with you in the clinch. I want you to feel me in the clinch. I want you to feel my knees and I want you to feel my elbows. And whenever we do break, I want you to understand that when we do break, that doesn't mean we're resting. Your hands are down because even off the break, I'm still going to be there. I'm going to be
Right.
right in
Well,
front of you. And it's either you're going to take an 8 count or I'm sticking on you like glue because I'm not going anywhere.
right, right. Well, Chris Clawfelt has always been a strong, strong clinching club.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they just clinch you to death, knee you to death.
Yeah.
Clinch and knee
Tell
you.
me about it. He still does it to me to this day.
Right, right, right.
Uh,
What are your overall thoughts about Chris Clawfelt as a person?
man, Chris is awesome, dude. That's Chris Clodfelter. He's outside of being a coach. He learns his fighters and he understands his fighters not only on a personal level, which is honestly, in my opinion, the most important thing. As a
Hmm.
coach, you need to know your fighter on a
Right.
personal level because when things get hard in that ring, you're the only person that's going to be able to pull them out of deep waters.
Hmm.
And one thing about Chris that I can say is that he himself has been in deep waters as a coach and as a fighter. And
I want
as
to ask you that you
hmm
use when you use that word on Johnny Davis Live. That's a very important word.
right,
Words to me. Deep water, right?
yeah.
I want you to explain. I want you to just give me your definition of what you mean by deep water.
So deep water is that point in the fight where you feel like, geez, I can't wait till this is over. I just want this round to end. I just want this fight to end. And you also have to understand whether your opponent feels the same thing or not. The fight's not over until the ref calls it or that last bell rings. So deep waters to me is when you're gassed out, your muscles are heavy, it's hard for you to keep your hands up, and that's when you have to go back to your basics. It's very important for you to go back to your basics, your 1 2, your jab, stick that jab out there, throw a round kick here and there, throw a teep, stick to your basics, because
Right,
that's the most important part when you're in deep waters. A lot of people focus on, oh, spinning back kick, spinning elbow. I promise you, 95% of fighters, they're not going to be throwing any of that in the fifth round.
right, right,
They're
right,
not
right.
going to be
You know,
throwing
you're
any of that
100
in the
percent
fifth
right.
round.
That's a
Yeah.
good explanation of the deep water as well. This fight coming up is, I think, one of probably your biggest fight to this point. I
Yeah.
mean, you fought in the East Coast Classic, but those are different. Those are more like tournament.
Right.
Now
Right.
we've matched a guy to beat you. Right? You matched the guy to beat you. Does this particular fight bring a little bit another level of significance for you? And are you taking
Oh,
it a little bit more serious than normal?
I've, it's hard for me to say I'm taking it a little more serious than normal because I've taken every single fight serious. Like I said
But a
earlier, I
tournament is
take
very different from a fight night.
a tournament is very different, but the main difference between a tournament and a fight night is that in a tournament, you can't say who you're going to fight.
Exactly.
Whereas in this fight night, I know who I'm going to be in front of. I'm not going to say I know what to expect because you just never know, but I kind of know what to expect.
Right.
And I know I have a game plan, whereas the tournaments that I've done, I went in there and I made sure that I was the best version of myself. Same thing with every single fight. But whereas with a fight night, I have a face. And that's honestly where I feel like I perform my best, when I can put a face on somebody and a name to it, and I know who I'm getting in that ring with.
And the other part of that is
Right.
he is specifically training
Yeah.
for you, right?
I'd hope so. I'd
Right.
hope so.
Right. Well, let's take a moment here to invite your family and friends to come out. We're all going to be showing this on akplive.com,
Hmm.
where if they can't make it out there. But clearly, if you can make it out there, certainly make it out there on June the 13th. Tell people why it's important for them to come out and what that would mean to you.
Man, honestly, I appreciate everybody that comes out to every single one of my fights, that tunes into the pay-per-view. As I said earlier, I am from New York, so I do have a lot of family over there and a lot of friends over there that they do buy every single pay-per-view that I'm on, and they make sure that they watch my fight specifically, but they're also fans of the game, so they do watch the whole card as well. And anybody that comes in and tunes into my fight on the June 13th, one thing I can promise you is that I'm going to put on a performance of a lifetime, and I'm going to put on my best performance on that night.
What would I want to do something really quick here because I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to bring up John, and I want to while he is there and you're still here, I'm gonna just put both of you guys on the screen there for a moment and
Yeah.
let you do your stare down. Ah! He felt that. So
Yeah.
Anthony, in your final words here, tell me what would you like to say to your opponent?
Man, one thing I would like to say to John is, I know you're ready. I know what it's all love, brother, but I know you're ready, and I really do truly hope that you know that I'm ready for you as well, brother. Because one thing I do know, we both been wanting this fight for a long time, John. And you know that. We've been wanting this fight for a long time. And one thing that I'm really happy for is that it's for a title and I get 5 rounds with you.
John, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, I was actually supposed to fight him on my debut back then, but yeah, now we
Really?
got 5 rounds. It could have been, you were 2-1 back then, back in 2014. But yeah, now we get to do it for 5 rounds, title fight, main event. You know, let's blow the roof off the place.
You
Oh
just,
yeah.
John, but you're coming off this head kick knockout, right? You're high right now. You know you're high. You know you want to knock this man out. You want to knock him out the same way you did the other guy.
Hey, it can go 5 rounds. It could be less than that, but we're ready. I'm ready for everything.
See, guys, Johnny Davis Live, real talk with Wilson Lewis. That's why I like to do this. Because what he just told you, Anthony, really in code, now there's a very good chance you won't go 5 rounds with me, bro. That's what he really said.
Hold on, Johnny. I think he also meant it the possibility of it the other way around.
Hey!
Come on now. Come on, Johnny. We're both talented fighters. You know what can happen in there.
That's absolutely the truth. So guys, what I think we're looking for is a great matchup here on June 13th in Cary, North Carolina. And we want to give it up for the one and only Mr. Anthony Rosario for being on the show, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, we'll see you soon, Anthony. Thanks, man.
See you, Johnny. See you, John. Take it easy,
sir.
brother.
All right, John, you got that Wi-Fi together now.
Oh, yeah. I had to change locations.
You did. Good. Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for being on today. Let's kind of just start from scratch here. Tell me a little bit about where you're from and, how do you get into this fight business, sir?
Great question. So I've actually moved a lot in my life. I've lived in so many places, even in Nigeria and in the U.S. I've been in North Carolina since 2016.
Hold on 1 second. I'm hearing an accent, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you said Nigeria. No, the Wi-Fi and all that is fine, but I'm hearing this accent. So take me to where the accent is, and then let's go from there.
Yes, I am fully Nigerian. Nigerian, fully American. And, yeah, I spent 11 years of my childhood there. So, yeah,
Tell me a little bit about, we're American here, and I've never been to Africa, not yet. And tell me a little bit of what that was like coming up in that country, as opposed to perhaps coming up over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for me, the main difference was I had more freedom in Nigeria as a kid.
More freedom.
Yeah, in America, my parents made sure I was in the house. They made sure I was safe, because I was in New Jersey, Orange, New Jersey. But I guess in Nigeria, we had a compound. My dad's a priest, so we were in the church area, so I was always free to.
Your dad is a priest?
Oh, yeah. My dad's a priest.
Wow, that's interesting. How did that affect you? I mean, it does have an effect on you when your parents are preaching and teaching this way. And I'm not saying you're not that way. I'm just saying, how did that? What kind of effect did that have on you?
Yeah, so I was raised in the church, to say the least. So I've always had God in my life, and it's just growing and developing that relationship with God. I'd say it's a big part of me competing as well. I make sure to stay close to God.
What is your prayer? What is your prayer when you fight?
Psalm 23. I don't know if you know about that. King David's prayer. You want me to recite it, or?
Sure.
Psalm 23 is a popular one by David. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. You anoint my head with oil. You present a table in front of me in the presence of my enemies, and my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Well, tell me, what does that do for you, though? I mean, nice recital there, but how does that empower you? What's some of those words? Break that down, that meaning to you, and how do you relate that when you get in the ring?
Yeah.
Do you just feel like you are armored?
Yeah, one of the lines, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. It's literally combat sports. because I have my people there, I have their people there. A lot of people want to see me hurt. They want to see me lose. They want to see, they want to see chaos.
Right.
But yeah, just God is with me. So God has commanded us to fear no evil.
When
And
you when you think about that though, that concept of the religion and how important that's been in your life, right? Did you ever kind of fall off the wagon or something like that? I mean, did you ever not do maybe the things everybody probably has, but was there something in particular that maybe threw you off a little bit and you had to come back?
yeah, just growing up in general, just finding myself. Because it's one thing to be told, something, and then it's one thing to learn it and like live it and embody it yourself. So yeah, I mean, in college, I did have a little bit of a finding myself journey, I'd say, for like a few months there. But yeah.
Only a few months. Okay. Most people have a little bit longer than that, but that's okay. Only a few months and trying to figure out what since this time when you were like a younger person compared to where you are now, what would your older self say to that younger person
Hmm.
about life?
About life, probably just to be bold. Like I am bold now, but be bold earlier. Just take a stand and don't be afraid to go against the crowd per se, because
When you
everybody.
say when you say bold, some people might perceive that as arrogance, right?
Mm.
Break that down to me when you say that I'm bold. What do you mean by that?
Hey Johnny, I'm a retired people pleaser,
I
so
mean,
being bold
tired.
is literally just the opposite of that, and people are gonna project, you're arrogant, whatever. But what can I say?
I've never heard that before. A retired people pleaser. I get it. And it's like whatever they say about me, and it's none of my business or whatever. You just move forward.
Yeah, there's always something to say about me, I'd say.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's good. It's good to have that confidence, and that's what I will call it. No doubt. Tell me a little about what are your thoughts about your opponent, Anthony? You heard him talking. He, is an articulate young man. Seems to be pretty confident in himself. He has a girlfriend that keeps him in line. And all of that. What do you think about battling him on June 13th in Cary in North Carolina? And does it give you another perspective after having him here on the show today and kind of hearing him and feeling him a little? Because that might have been the closest you've been, maybe not. I don't know. But how does that make you feel?
um, I like Anthony. My debut amateur fight would have been against him, but it fell through. It would have been in the Net Sports
Uh
event
huh.
in 2024. So I guess we've been keeping track of each other that whole time.
Sure.
And yeah, my thoughts are he joined 8 points from then. So we know, I've known about 8 points for as long as I've known about Anthony at this point. We know what they come to do. They come to dominate in the clinch, just to dominate in general. That's their
Right.
goal. Um, yeah, I know Anthony loves his elbows. He loves the clinch. Very traditional in terms of his approach on the sport.
Do you
Um,
feel like you're not so traditional?
not. I came in from a self defense perspective, so
Hmm.
I learned Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing.
Ah.
I just keep I try to do everything.
That can be trouble for someone who might be really traditional. I mean, a lot of people, and I've always tell people that having that diversity, right, in your technique sometimes throws off someone who's just kind of set in just one particular style, right? So, can we expect like spin kicks and stuff? Because you definitely landed a nice round kick. I mean,
Yeah.
is that part of your arsenal? I'm saying that as a kicker, as a former kicker.
Yeah, so in the gym, because it's when you train, you're able to do a lot in the gym, but showing it in competitions is a different thing. So slowly but surely, I've been able to show more and more each fight.
Mm.
I haven't quite landed a spin kick in a fight. It might present itself in this one,
Did I
maybe.
just hear you say, wait a minute? Because sometimes I read code. Did I just hear you say
I'm trying to
that
keep
you
the
were going to
code,
try to
Johnny.
knock out Anthony with a spinning heel kick? Is that? I'm just trying to make sure.
Uh,
I'm trying to just make sure I heard that right.
hey, it's gonna be a lot of variety, a lot of. I love my fundamentals as well. I love the fundamental techniques. So
Sure.
there's gonna be a lot of high level stuff in there.
Yeah, well, when you got the head kick knockout a few weeks ago, it seems like in Tennessee, they have another event coming up this weekend. But I saw what you did. Now, I don't want to give away anything, but
Oh, you can give it away, Johnny.
you literally set that up. I won't go into it, right? But you literally set it up. I saw you set that up.
Okay.
And when you came out, it was just there, and you
A lot,
landed it. You
a lot of
know,
people don't see the setup. They just see the finish. I see you got an eye for it. I see. Former world champion.
I don't care what level of fighting. When it comes to fighting, it's just something that I know. Tell me a little bit about your trainer.
Yeah, so I train out of Arrow MMA in Cary, North Carolina. My coach is Evan Arendando.
Evan. I heard that name. I've heard that name.
Yeah. Before that, I started at Immortales MMA with Saul Martinez. Yeah, so I just stay active, whether it's physically or mentally. If I gotta take a rest day, probably watching some footage, some fight footage.
Wow.
I've seen some of your stuff as well. It's pretty
Do I
crazy.
look
Johnny.
okay? Do I look
Pretty
okay?
crazy, Johnny.
Huh?
I'm trying to see if I could get to that level, maybe.
I'm just saying. I've slowed down a lot though. I've slowed down a lot. I don't kick as much anymore. I can tell you that right now. I gotta make an announcement on that part. But I just don't kick as much. But so I just put the thing about it when you've done different levels of it, you can kind of start, putting some. I've done kicked enough people. I've done kicked more than millions or thousands of people. And
Yeah.
I just don't really need to kick as much anymore because I'm not
That's a.
fighting. Have never have any intention. But those hands, I'm
Mhm.
gonna keep that strong for quite a while, probably until I leave the planet. Tell me, with your trainer, what perspective does he bring to you that you feel is very important to your fight strategy?
So my trainer is very similar to me in terms of approach. We're both students of the game. I guess very high fight IQ, or if you want to call it that, like
Yeah.
technicians, I guess. So yeah, we do it all. And his approach, like I can tell, it was like fighting nerds. Like we actually study this stuff. Yeah, we train like it's science. We perform and execute like it's art. So yeah, we're ready for all aspects of the game. And
John? What field are you in, man? I'm hearing this level of intelligence here, as I did with Anthony. But I'm hearing this level of intelligence and articulation coming from you. Well, so you went to college and everything. What is your background?
I went to college for organizational management. It's kind of random. Right now, I'm just working part time with my aunt. She has a nursing home business, but I mainly do approach. I guess
Really?
fighting is what I do, or that's
Right.
what I've been doing for
When you
now.
say nursing home, you don't understand what that means to me. When you say, see, you out of the blue, right? Yeah,
Oh,
you
what
don't.
happened?
That we're in that industry. My wife and I.
Oh,
Yeah, big time. We'll talk about it later. We'll
oh
talk about it
wow.
later. Yeah, we've been in for a long time. That's what we do. That's my wife industry. I do this punching in the face type stuff. Right. But no, like you said, when you mentioned the word nerd to me,
Mhm.
that to me brings on this analytical process. This is where when I hear the word nerd, I
Mhm.
think of smart, and I think that you are bringing this analytical process to outthink Anthony in this game. Is it your goal to try to outthink? Some guys just go in there and they're just throwing, right? Not really thinking. But as part of your strategy, without giving away a strategy, is to outthink him.
Um, Definitely. And my first PKB actually, or my first ever event, one of the mistakes I made was, I guess, thinking too much in the actual competition. Um,
Mm.
so, and my coach was telling me it's not a thinking game. Stop thinking and go. So yeah, a lot of the thinking is
It
done.
is a thinking game, but it's not like it is like a muscle memory type thing.
Hmm.
It's thinking. It's like thinking through your muscles.
Yeah. So a lot of the thinking is I do it before I get in the competition. But once I'm in there, now it's pretty much just it's like decision tree making. Um, if I'm here, I gotta do this. If I'm there,
Something presents itself, you react.
yeah.
Right, right. And that comes
Just
through
like
just
focus on
discipline,
adapting.
consistent training, reps of the same thing, and then that instinct just kind of falls into place. What would winning this fight mean to you, John?
Yeah. So
By
this
the
is
way,
my.
and by the way, you're undefeated
Oh
at
yeah.
9-0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My 10th fight. I'm looking to execute the best I've ever had in general.
Right.
Just putting it together. What would it mean to me? Well, all it means is, I'm here, I guess, quote unquote, high level amateur. Um, After Anthony, it'll be, pretty much the best from here. Find the best national wise, and then who knows, maybe getting the opportunity to go international for like a world title, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of like 10 more amateur fights, maybe get to 20, fight the best, you know, 8 points, Muay Thai, Anthony Rosario, they're the best in their own right. So it's a great opportunity for me.
So you're definitely not looking past Anthony by any means.
I don't know. I don't look past anybody. I don't care if it's a PKD.
But
I don't care what it is. I My full attention and resources go into each specific opponent. So yeah, Anthony Southpaw, 8 points Muay Thai.
oh, you already know he's a southpaw. Okay,
Oh
all
yeah.
right. You studied. I always say the southpaws. Let me just say this:
Okay.
that southpaws presents itself a little differently in Muay Thai and kickboxing.
Mm.
In boxing, it's a lot harder, right, to fight, what they call a lefty, right? It's a lot harder. Your stance has to be a certain kind of place in order to stay out of the way of the power and all that. But in Muay Thai and kickboxing, it's not as effective because you
Mm.
have so many other weapons. And I would think even more so when you talk about full rule Muay Thai, where you
Mm.
have 8 weapons now, as opposed to 2 or as opposed to 4. Right,
Mm.
and all, and so sometimes the southpaw stance does not present itself as loudly in a full rule Muay Thai fight. Just thought I would throw that out there and everything. The rest of it just becomes on instinct, speed,
Okay.
and accuracy,
Mhm.
and that ability to call on that umph when you need it.
Mm.
Right, and have you ever been? And we talked about deep water as I wind down here. We
Mhm.
talked about deep water with Anthony. Have you ever been in deep water? Now, my deep water also, to what Anthony was saying, everything he said was absolutely correct. But also, that's why I like the longer rounds, right? Because I keep thinking about, I'm talking about 7 rounds
Seven
and 10
rounds.
rounds and 12. Hey, I call that, that's what I call deep water too. But have you ever been in deep water from where you are right now?
Um, Definitely in training a lot. I mean, I make the fights look easy, but like it takes a lot of work to get there. Obviously, you already know.
So
Um,
you also just said in code that you were going to make this fight look easy with Anthony. Is that what I heard? Is that?
Hey, Johnny, you can't keep giving away the secrets, Johnny. You can't keep.
I'm terrible, man. I'm terrible. That's why we call it Johnny Davis Live with 3 exclamation marks, sir.
Hey,
Hey, yeah,
no,
no,
no promises,
I do. Go ahead. What were you saying?
no promises, but I'm coming to put on my best game. Let's put it
Right,
that way.
right. I think it's going to be a really, really exciting fight. Invite people to come out. And why is it important? I forgot to ask Anthony about his social media, but you can shout out your social media as well and all. But invite people to come and why that's important to you.
Definitely. First, just follow me on Instagram. Keep up with the journey at John JOHNN_ONU. And yeah, if you're in the area, this will be in Fuquay actually, Fuquay Varina. They changed the location.
Oh, Fuquay,
Um,
that's right. Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely come support my first main event. Each fight I have is a main event, in my opinion.
Right.
But this is the first full main event for a full rules Muay Thai title against one of the top gyms in terms of how everything is perceived as of right now. Definitely come out, come support, and expect good fights from top to bottom of the card. And Hey, let's close it out with a bang. That's what I'm here to do. So.
Sounds good. You know what? I'm going to do something really quick though, and I'm getting ready to close off the show because I'm to catch Anthony off guard. Anthony, now,
Ooh.
now that you've heard this young man speak, you see he's sharp as a razor. He's intelligent. He's coming with his game. What are your thoughts? Your final thoughts on John? Mute. You're on
Oh,
mute.
you're
You're on
muted.
mute. You're on mute. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah. We good.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, I love it, man. I love everything about it. One thing about me, there you go. I want to see a lot of that, John. I want to see a lot of that. But yeah, one thing about me, man, is I want no easy fights. You can ask anybody in the gym. You can even ask Chris himself. I have always asked for the toughest guys in the game, whether it's let's go to New York, let's find the toughest guys over there. Let's I love that I'm getting
Let's
one of
go
the
to
toughest
Vegas.
guys.
How about that?
Let's go to Vegas. Let's fight the toughest guys there. I
That's
want
right.
tough fights, man, and I don't want easy fights. And I'm really glad I got a fight with John coming up because only want tough fights. That's the only fights I'll take. Only
Awesome,
fights I'll
awesome.
take are tough
Look,
fights.
both of you guys are great. Don Roger, Triangle Kickboxing Promotions, has done a fantastic job in matching up this card. In fact, the whole card is packed with some super great fights and everything. You can get your tickets at trykickpro.com. And also, if you can't be on the scene, you can check it out on the screen at akplive.com. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for John Nova and Anthony Rosario. Thank you guys for being on. All right. Oh, he's calling for the belt, guys. He's calling for the belt.
Yes,
Good
sir.
job, guys. Good job. Good job. All right, guys. Talking to those young men there, they're getting ready for a great show on June the 13th over here in Fuquay. It's Fuquay Arena. I think that's the way you say that in North Carolina. I think Triangle Kickboxing Promotions is the actual website, trykickpro.com, where you can go on and you're able to see all of the information for this upcoming fight. It's going to be a great card and all. And I'm excited, y'all. I can't wait, to at least see it on pay-per-view. I probably won't be there, but we'll have our rep, Mr. Jody Brindle, there overseeing everything to make sure everything is going to go well. I just want to remind you guys again, when I was talking about the AKP Live streaming, a lot of people think we only do our own IKF events. Well, obviously, we don't do all IKF events because some of them are just too far to get to. But we have our AKP Live streaming. We were just out in Reno. I mean, we do travel and stuff like that. Derek Reams, who is my VP of operations, has done a fantastic job in making this a quality stream. Not only that, him talking to people, his interviews and all of that. He's done a fantastic job. And now this is not a put your phone up kind of situation. This is where we have taken years to develop our live streaming so that, it's not stuttering and all of that and have some good angles on it. And the commentary is good and it's a lot of fun. You see some of that on some of the clips I've been putting on our web pages on our AK Promotions Official on Instagram, which I would appreciate more followers. Come on down and check that out. We get like 130,000 views on my Instagram page, even though I only have like 1,200 followers on that page. But on my Johnny Davis page, I have like 7,000. On my AK Promotions page, I have like another 6,000. So they're out there. But I want you to keep in mind that if you're having sporting events, we've actually even done a funeral, some other type of events that you would like live streamed. We have it with it's pay-per-view. It is pay-per-view. We can do it and we can do it with the utmost quality, right? We put the work in, we put the time in, and we put the money in to make it a quality stream. So if you know people who might be interested in live streaming, you can have them contact us, akplive.com. Our contact information is on there, and I think you will not regret that. All right, guys, I want to move on with a couple other things really quick. We talked about Mr. Eli Flores and trying to find him a fight as we're getting ready for our IKF World Classic. We have another young man right here that he was actually going to challenge Mr. Tyler Jones. And for some unforeseen reasons, he was no longer available, which is a little bit upsetting to me, to be honest with you. When we work so hard to try to get you a fight and then you disappear, that's not good. Does never go well with me. I'll be honest with you and all. And it is what it is, and I'll deal with that accordingly. However, this young man stepped up to the challenge. But now we're looking for a fight for him. He's 215 pounds, 12-3. and he's out of North Carolina. I want to say Raleigh, but I'm not for sure in that triangle area. Very, very good fighter in the last show that we saw him fight on. He knocked out a very, very talented fighter, somebody who we didn't think that was going to happen. And he knocked him out soundly with a left hook. And we've seen some of his videos. And this young man also started in PKBs. I remember, learning his craft, coming up and stuff like that. He's been doing those for years. But now he's fought his way all the way up for this deserving United States title. Now, listen, all you guys out there complaining, I can't get a fight, and da-da-da-da. This is an opportunity for you to step up your game. All of you. I don't care about your affiliation. I don't care about your club. I don't care about all that. All I know is that in Las Vegas, Nevada, on July the 11th, at the Flamingo Casino, we're looking for the right opponent for this young man who's worked his way up to this level and deserves this match. And it is full rule Muay Thai. Yes, it is 7 rounds, 2-minute rounds. 7 2-minute rounds. Don't be scared. If you guys out there you think you're great Muay Thai practitioners, hey guys, I want to do elbows. Hey, I want to, here's your opportunity. I don't understand why we're even second thinking it, because you can't fight on a bigger platform than in Las Vegas, all right? The fight capital of the world. And we work hard in IKF. Miss Tony Fossum and I work our butt off, put a lot of dollars out to put on this event for you. And we have a lot of fighters that are coming, and they're coming to support this. I just don't understand sometimes how most people would not want to fight in the fight capital of the world on a show like this that is going to highlight them and take them to another level, win or lose. Here's your opportunity. Challenger Augusta Simmers out of North Carolina is waiting on you. He is confident, and he is ready, and he is talented. And he's ready to bring that 12-3 record for 7 rounds in full rule Muay Thai. Don't hate. Get in and participate. You know what? I must be a poet and didn't know it. All right. Anyway, guys, I just want to throw that out to you. Try to come out and check out this event. And if you have that right challenger, come on down, guys. If you got the experience and everything, we would love to have you. I think it's going to be a great, great fight. All right, guys. So a couple of other small things we want to have here just to kind of chat about as I wind down. I'm almost done here today. Been a busy, busy day for me. I want to talk a little bit about these belts. Look at that. Look at that. Do you know that every division is going to be fighting for a belt, whether it's novice, C class, B class, or A class? Now, this is the A and B class belt, okay? And it is one of the nicest belts you will ever see, right? Mr. Steve Fossum, rest in peace, designed that belt, and I love that belt. I love it. It's beautiful. It's heavy. And I would love to see people walking all around in Las Vegas with those beautiful belts on. Now, the novice and C class divisions, they're going to be fighting for this belt. That's not a bad belt either. That's a very nice belt. A very nice belt. A beautiful belt. And the only way you're going to be able to win one of those belts is that as you get registered for the IKF World Classic, guys. And I remember what's happening on this Saturday. There's a deadline. And I don't know if you're even thinking about registering. I don't know why you would want to wait. Because on this Saturday, the price is going to go up. Okay, after Saturday, the price goes up. And you're going to pay more to do something that you've probably been thinking about doing anyway. Go ahead and get registered today or tomorrow, right, and get your best price. And then there's several brackets there that I have my assistant, Ms. Bronny Admeski, who is working with the different people and putting those divisions together and all of that. And it's coming together quite well. She's done a fantastic job already and all. But in the coming weeks, we're going to be putting more of those divisions together and everything. Our general admission tickets will go on sale probably sometime next week. We're just trying to figure out the show pattern. Normally, the way we do our shows, we have a Saturday morning show, a super Saturday night show, and then a Sunday morning show, right? Which is probably going to be the same. And you're going to know weeks in advance for when what show you're going to be on, and that's going to help out with your ticket buyings and invite your family and friends. But you're coming, right? You're going to be there, and those people who know they're coming, they can just get prepared to be there for 2 days, ideally speaking, and all. But once your fight is done, you're done for that day, right? So you're going to be there one day or the other day, and you will know that. But you know that weekend is the tournament and all the great things that are going on. Guys, those belts alone is a great reason to sign up for the 2026 ICAF World Classic. All divisions are fighting for these beautiful belts, guys. And I hope that we will plan to see you and your team. But get registered. You don't have to give us any more money by waiting, right? Go ahead and do this. Now, my final word today is I want to talk about what's going on here, okay? This is our PBSC, and I want to talk a little bit about that because, we have a PBSC event that we're actually doing this weekend again in Tennessee. We had our first PBSC full contact boxing show in Tennessee about a month ago. Thank you, Tennessee. We appreciate you. We're also having our full contact boxing at the East Coast Classic in October. So you boxers out there who want to box, you can get registered for this event. Okay, it's on the ICAFFightPlatform.com, or you can start out at the PBSC website as well, pumpboxing.com. We're actually developing a full contact website, so we won't get those intertwined. So PBSC has semi-contact and has full contact. We are now in a ring with the full contact version. You can knock someone out in the full contact version of the PBSC. And also, I want you boxers out there to really take a close look at what we're doing. Everybody is not trying to go to the Olympics. We're going to let USA Boxing do what they do. We'll let them do, for those members who are in USA Boxing who feel threatened, whatever. They're not going to do that, right? They're not going to. They might do it, but I think that is going to go away. We're inviting anybody who wants to come out and participate in our full contact boxing events to come on out, right, and participate. And then we'll let them do what they do, and we'll go with it, go from there. However, if you don't want to because of your affiliation, you don't have to. But I know that if there's 5% of people in USA Boxing who want to go to the Olympics, the other 97%, right, or 95% are the people who want to go out there and just test their skills and test their hands. We're inviting the rest of you, right, and to come out and participate in our full contact boxing programs. Right now, we only have a few states, but at the end of the day, we're going to have a lot more states that are going to be coming on and joining on with our full contact boxing program. We have great rules, a great rule book, regulations, and all of that. And listen, it's simple as this. We have been regulating Muay Thai and kickboxing for 30-some years, right? That's 8 limbs. Boxing only has 2 limbs. As far as I'm concerned, boxing will be easier to help regulate and help keep the guys safe and all. And I think that we have all the protocols in place. We're insured to take care of the fighters, and our protocols are already there. IKF does what we've been doing for 150 years. Since I obviously work with both, we're bringing that same skill level and careful attention to the PBSC. So for those of you out there interested in promoting full contact boxing, amateur boxing, for those of you interested in competing in full contact amateur boxing, take a look at these tournaments and some of the fights that we have coming up. I think it's going to be something great for you and your team to come out and participate in. I think that we got something special, not only with the PBSC sparring, but with the full contact, because now you can incubate your way right into the ring, right into the full contact. And who knows? I believe that one day, that someday, and I say this with honor and I say it with pride, that someone is going to come up, number one, and they're going to say, I started in the PBSC, the semi-contact, and I did the PBSC and now PBSC full contact. And as a result of that smooth and safer incubating system, I am now a world champion and can compete with people from around the world. One day, I might be in a nursing home or something when that happens. I don't know. But someday that will happen, because why? I said the very same thing about the PKB about 30-some years ago. And as a result of that, we've incubated tens of thousands of fighters. Tens of thousands of fighters have cut their teeth in our semi-contact program, and others have now caught on and doing the same. And it's making our sport better, and it's making it safer. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you once again for watching yet another edition of Johnny Davis Live. I want you to always respect each other, Forward March. This is Johnny Davis live, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.